that's what it is. It's, it's a picture of the Aam Aadmi. This would be a regular Delhi family going out to vote. The Delhi, holding the hand of your aged father, walking. Harish Khurana is not very happy with these visuals. I'll come back to you, Mr. Khurana, but I want to quickly cut across to Amit Bhardwaj on location, civil lines. Amit, what's interesting is, as this election is being fought, the posters continue to suggest Aam Aadmi Party ki sarkar, Aam Aadmi Party ka parshad, corporator in this regard. But for the first time, you've seen the pitch is a little bit more on Manish Sisodia. The calls that we are all getting in Delhi, urging the voters to go and cast their vote from the Aam Aadmi Party's campaign at least, is not Arvind Kejriwal speaking to you, but it's Manish Sisodia. It's मैं Manish Sisodia बात कर रहा हूँ.
True, Preeti. In fact, this is a litmus test moment for Arvind Kejriwal's deputy Manish Sisodia, because we have seen that Arvind Kejriwal in a way was quite busy with the campaign in Gujarat, and the entire campaigning in Delhi as far as the civic body elections were concerned, it was on the shoulders of Manish Sisodia. Initially it appeared so that a battery of leaders in the national capital, be it Gopal Rai, Durgesh Pathak, Dilip Pandey, would be also play a very instrumental role in the campaign, but eventually Manish Sisodia emerged as the figure who was going out in the public, doing road shows, doing n number of Nukkad Sabhas in a single day and appealing the voters to vote for Aam Aadmi Party. And Preeti, one thing that needs to be noted in the strategic change in appeal for votes that we witnessed this time around, and I had attended several of these Nukkad Sabhas. What Manish Sisodia would do in his Nukkad Sabhas is that he would go and ask the voters as to what has BJP done in the past 15 years and wait for the reply from the voters, from the supporters who have assembled in the Nukkad Sabha. On the other side, after that response used to come in, Mr. Sisodia would ask specifically the women voters to, count in as to what has been the work done by Aam Aadmi Party in the past 8 years, whether Arvind Kejriwal government has delivered or not, and what are the agendas on which Kejriwal government has delivered. And I have personally seen voters, and specifically women voters, making the count go on and on with free Bijli, Pani, bus services and all that. So it is a very shrewd way or a smart way of reminding the voters as to what work has been delivered in the past 8 years in comparison to the BJP's track record in the civic bodies in the 15 years. Now, whether that is working out, whether Manish Sisodia's campaign model is working out or not, today is the litmus test, but unfortunately or fortunately, the result will be out on 7th only, and then only we'll get to know whether Mr. Sisodia has passed this examination with flying colors or not.
Well, Amit, you and I both will be there, 7 December. I will come back and we'll check on that, whether he has. But you're very right with what Amit Bhardwaj said. Acid test for Manish Sisodia as well. And, there is a fair bit of planning which goes down behind it. There is now a push by the Aam Aadmi Party to push the party onto the national stage. The reason why they're fighting this election in Gujarat, the vote percentage will decide how pan-India the party would actually go. But in Delhi, there's a subtle shifting of maybe the name is Arvind Kejriwal, but the mantle is slowly being pushed towards Manish Sisodia. If you see this election, like Amit Bhardwaj also spoke about, a lot of the election was fought on the shoulders of the deputy CM, while the CM was in Gujarat campaigning. But I'll bring in Harish Khurana into this conversation. Mr. Khurana, over these visuals of Arvind Kejriwal with his entire family going in to vote, the fact is the cult of Kejriwal in Delhi has been very difficult for you to fight with. And, you have to admit, the reason that 60 to 70% of your corporators have been changed, it's a personality that you're fighting.
See, first of all, I'm happy that Arvind Kejriwal has went out with the family, and he has the family values. We have our differences of opinion, but as an individual, I'm happy that he's respecting their parents. I'm happy for that. But what he said about the Kattar Imandar, I would like to state one thing. The Kattar Imandar image of Arvind Kejriwal and his government has gone for a toss. We have seen in the visuals about Satyanarayana Jain, we have seen everything. If a person is taking a head massage from a rapist and they are naming it as a therapist, I'm sorry to say that the image has gone for a toss, actually for a toss, when people are not fool of Delhi. People of Delhi are not fool. Point number two, what you have asked, about 70% of the people have been changed. See, technically, if you see, 50% of the seats which was previously of a women reservation, was a general right now. So technically, if you see, the 50% of the seat now become a general, has automatically shifted to a general category. So the women reservation has been finished now. So we have to change all women, 40-45% of the women seats to a general seats. So change was obvious. So if you say 60-70% ne change kar diya, technically it's not been done. 10% of the seat has been finished off. 272 from 272 is come down to 250, and 250 also. If you see that 50% of seats have been changed because of the women and general category. So आप बोलो कि anti-incumbency है इसलिए हमने change कर दिया. That's not the fact. We should understand what the actual technical thing was. Now, what you were talking about, the Manish Sisodia part. See, Manish Sisodia has a lot of things on a stake right now. He has to prove a lot of things. He has to come out from Arvind Kejriwal cloud that Arvind Kejriwal ही तो है. But हारेगा तो ठीकरा फुटेगा मनीष सिसोदिया पे, जीतेंगे तो अरविंद केजरीवाल. But होने वाला यही है कि ठीकरा जो होगा वो मनीष सिसोदिया पे फूटने वाला है. That is for sure, because we are coming to power again in fourth time. We are very confident about that.
जी, before I go into a break, आप बोल रहे हो ना कि मनीष सिसोदिया पे फूटने वाला है. अगर ये भाजपा हार गई तो वो किसका फूटेगा, किस पे फूटेगा, मिस्टर खुराना?
See, this is a hypothetical question because the reason is we are very confident.
पर सर बता दीजिए, नाम तो बता दीजिए.
We are very confident, ma'am. We fight an election collectively. As you are, अभी तो अपने debate में start में कहा कि 60-70 leaders of BJP has come down for a campaign. तो बहुत we do a
बहुत सारे लोग हैं जिन पे फूट सकता है.
We are not like Aam Aadmi Party.
All right.
One man
Okay.
We are multi.
Okay, Rahul Srivastava wants to come in. Go ahead, Mr. Srivastava. Go ahead, Rahul.
Preeti, Harish is making a point, but he should also remember that if Aam Aadmi Party wins this election, it will also become some kind of a referendum on the issues like the liquor scam, the jail massage scam and others. Now, and that will be a problematic thing, because if the BJP has built up all this against Arvind Kejriwal, and Kejriwal's party still manages to win the election, then it will become that virtually Arvind Kejriwal has a Teflon coating against what the BJP does against him. But if the BJP wins, I think there will be definitely some amount of rumblings within the Aam Aadmi Party, because eventually it will be taken that it's some kind of referendum on the scams or the charges that the BJP leveled.
You know, Rahul, that's what we were talking about, Sanjay Singh and I earlier on. You know, if it is a litmus test possibly for a Manish Sisodia and his as a deputy and Delhi where Arvind Kejriwal is concerned, it's also trial by fire of the image of Kattar Imandar. Will Arvind Kejriwal go ahead and win this election? If it does, then Mr. Khurana, whether you like it or not, the Kattar Imandar tag, at least for now, is here to stay, and the corruption charges will not stick. If it's the other way around, then you're right.